we may know a lot of fluctuation will be arises in the series. So to remove that fluctuations, we need to be use some measurement. Okay, so that's why their name is given always a measurement of seasonal variations. Why not other measures? Because only the seasonal variation will be the more profitable. Because like if you do any project or any businesses in season time, you will be have the more profit on that. Okay, so we try to remove that variation from that series. Okay? So it is necessary to study the seasonal variation, and because of there's a lot of fluctuation in the data, so we can study because of the following reasons. So what are the reasons? That is to isolate the seasonal variation, that is to remove the seasonal variation, or to determine the effect of a seasonal swing on the value of the given phenomenon. So like what is the effect of seasonal swing on that given value? Other reason could be the can eliminate them, that is to determine the value of phenomenon if there is no seasonal ups and down in the series. Okay. So this is known as de-seasonalizing the given data. So if there will be no seasonal ups and down in the series, then one can eliminate those type of series, and that series or that data will be known as de-seasonalizing. So it is seasonalizing the given data, and it is necessary to study because of the cyclic variation. So sometimes it is also important that we can study the cyclic variations also. Okay. So there are three methods to find out the seasonal variation, and one of the simplest method will be the method of simple averages. Okay, method of simple averages. This is method of simple averages. This is S. And this is the simplest method of measuring seasonal variation in a time series. It involves the following steps. So we will just go through the steps and then we'll solve the problem. So we have to arrange the data by year and the month. Maybe it will be quarters data, or if quarterly data is given to you. So if it is a quarters data, you can arrange it in a form of quarterly. Then compute x bar I, okay, for ith month, and compute average x bar, which is usually we have considered monthly data. If it is monthly data, then you need to be divided by 12. If it is quarterly data, you need to divide by 4, like that. Okay, so I will, when we do the problem, then I will tell you how, what should be the, like how to divide. And then very important, seasonal indices for the different months are obtained by expressing the monthly averages as a percentage of x bar. Okay, so we need to be express that x bar to compute the seasonal indices. We have a formula x bar I upon grand bar, means I can say that it is the average upon grand average multiplied by 100. It is the average upon grand average multiplied by 100. I is running from 1 to 12 because it is monthly data. If it is quarterly data, it will be 1, 2, 3. Okay. There are some merits and demerits. It is very easiest method to compute serial indices because simply x bar I upon x bar करना है आपको. It is very good results if the trend. It gives good results if the trend and cyclic variation have a negligible or no effect on the time series. So even if it is like if, I mentioned na, because I'm interested to good to know about seasonal variation. So it will give the good result only if you have a trend and cyclic having negligible. If you just negliging that trend and cyclic variation, then automatically it will give us the seasonal variation. Then certain demerits are there. It is not appropriate as it does not remove the cyclic and irregular. You know that because it is not possible to remove the cyclic and irregular variation. So sometimes it is um, not appropriate. Simple average method become quite difficult if the seasonal indices so often are not to be adjusted for the trend. Uh, I will tell you that concepts. This has become a difficult when you add that seasonal indices. That is the value of this one. When you add, it should turns out to be the 1200 because it is a monthly data. Okay, it is a monthly data. So like if you just consider quarterly data, it should be add up to 400. Okay, certain criteria is there. So I when we will see the problems, it become clear for everyone. Okay, so let's see the problem and then I will go through the what can I say stages like what is the given in the procedure. Okay, so I will just try to copy this and paste it here. So let's see whether you can able to see the problem or not. So this is my actual data. I hope everyone can able to see the data. Okay. So calculate the seasonal indices for the following data from the following data using the simple average method. Okay. So this is the problem. Let's do the solution. So how to do the solution? What is the question? What is the first step they said here? Arrange the data by year or month. Okay. You can arrange the data by yearly, you can arrange the data monthly, you can arrange the data quarterly based on the data given to you. So if you just look at the data here, the data is given to you quarterly. Can you see this? It is given quarterly data. Okay. So we need to be arrange the data quarterly. I think that is already arranged. Okay. So since it is already arranged, so I will just copy as it is and try to paste here. This is already arranged. So the first step is simple. What is second step says? Calculate the average x bar I for month. Okay. So it is month, that's why it is 1 to 12. Since it is quarterly data, so we have I takes value 1 to up to 4. Okay. So we need to be compute x bar I, which is called as quarterly data, or I will be say simply x bar. Okay. So which you call average. Bracket may I will be simply say xi. Should be bar. So if you can able to write bar, that will be like good for me. X bar I. X bar I. Okay. So this is your average value. And further, then you have a next one. So you can able to compute this X bar I. How to compute this X bar I? Anyone can tell me how to compute this X bar I? How to compute? X bar I. So you add these all entries divided by 5. Okay. And this will give, just tell me what will be the values of your this one. Just tell me these values. What is this value? Anyone calculated? They can put in the chat box. So second step, you need to be compute average for quarterly data. Okay. So how to get this average?
Sir, first is 75.2.
Correct. The first one is 75.2. Similarly, you can compute for all. So it could be 70.4, 76.8, and sorry, something 70.4, 70, not 70, this is 83.2, and the last one 76.8.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then we need to obtain seasonal indices. So what is the formula for seasonal indices? I will give here. Seasonal indices is equal to, it's a average value. It's an average value upon grand average into 100, which can be written in the form of notationally x bar I upon x bar into 100. So you know this x bar how to compute. What is this x bar? This x bar will be average of these four values, right? So x bar become summation of x bar I upon 4, where I is running from 1 to 4. Okay, so when you add these quantities, these plus this plus this plus this, you'll be get x bar, and that x bar is, I think, coming, just look at whether you can able to get that x bar. How much it is? This would be, I think,
305.6.
no, 30 divided by 4 done. Just
76.4, sir.
26. 26?
76, sir.
Correct. 76.4. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So once you get the grand average, which is you called x bar, you can find seasonal indices using this formula, average upon grand average. So you have average here, right? You have average here. So I will just try to remove this because ये थोड़ा सा problem कर रहा है. Because I cannot use this notations. So I will simply write average. So you can understand average का मतलब क्या है मेरा, x bar I है. So if you just divide average, that means this quantity by this quantity, you will be get first seasonal variation ka value. Let me know how much it is. Just calculate and let me know.
So 98.4.
19.4, that's it.
98.4, sir.
98.43.
2. हाँ 4 2 आया सर. ठीक है 3.
What about next one? 92.15. Just cross check whether this is right or wrong.
तो 90 सर पहला वाला 98.4293 है.
4293.
93.
Okay. Next one.
92.1465.
1465. Okay. Next one.
108.96.
Yes, sir. Same. 108.9005.
108.9005.
9005.
And the last one.
100.5235.
100.5 3 2
2.
5 3 2 5
523, sir.
523, sir.
5 2 3 5 2 3 5 ना लास्ट में.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you just look at these values, that means that if because this is expressed in terms of percentage, okay, it's expressed in terms of percentage, and if you just look at that disadvantage which I was talking about, simple average method become quite difficult if seasonal indices so often are to be adjusted for the trend. अभी ध्यान से देखो यहाँ पे, अगर इसको मैं ऐड करूंगा, if I add these quantities, last 4 quantities, can I get 400, exact 400, or near, very near to that value? If it is coming same, then it is good. Otherwise, there is seasonal variation. We have to adjust. We have to adjust that seasonal variation. Okay, that I will tell you how to adjust. Okay, so just let me know whether it is coming total like 400 or not.
Sir, 400.0016
400.
0.00165.
165, ठीक है, means it is very near, like it is near to the 400, and if it
Yes,
is
sir.
coming, suppose for example 400.102 like that, तो उसका मतलब क्या हो गया है कि we need to be adjust that seasonal indices. Okay, तो उसका other concepts है, that concepts I will be might be taking maybe the coming classes. Okay, so just understand, when it is coming to the 400, that means there will be no problem at all, means approximate 400 I'm getting, approximate to 400. Okay, so just remember like. So this was the like very simple method, you know, that this is a very simple method, very easy to do it. So that's why method name is called simple average method. Okay. Let's go to the next method, ratio to moving average method. अभी आपने moving average method पढ़ा है, बराबर है? You know how to solve the problem based on moving average method. तो अपने को पहले ये problem है, we need to be apply moving average method, and then we will apply ratio to seasonal indices. Make sure that, okay. So whenever we are applying least square method या फिर moving average method, first we need to be apply our usual method, which is the moving average method. So what moving average method says? Moving average eliminates periodic movements if the period of the moving average is equal to the period of oscillatory movements. Okay. Thus, for the monthly data, 12 months moving average we are using. For quarterly data, now what I was talking here, 1200, and that is all. See, why it is turning to 400? Not why not any other number? So whenever we have quarterly data, so it is always turning to 400. When it is monthly data, it will turning to the 1200. Okay, make sure that, remember, this is all like if it's yearly data, it is turning to 600. So but usually we have quarterly data, and I think usually we have a quarterly data, so make sure that it is always coming to near to 400. But if it is not coming, then we need to be use adjusted seasonal indices, that I will tell you that how to use it. In some of the cases I have explained, like when we have a monthly data, then it is 12 months. If it is quarterly data, it is a 4 quarter. Okay, so what is the method says here? Calculate the 12 centered moving average values for the given time series. तो जैसे हम लोग अगर क्वार्टरली डेटा है तो हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? कैलकुलेट द सेंटर्ड 4 now instead of monthly it will be quarterly. Okay, so 4 quarterly moving average values for given time series. These moving average values will be give estimate of combined effect of the trend and cyclic variation. So what these estimates give, because it mixed with the trend and cyclic, it is mixed with the trend and cyclic, so it will get mixed properly. Okay, then express original data. We need to express this original data except the first and the last 6 month data as percentage of centered value. Okay, so this is not a simple thing, but we will see how we can work on that, and will represent that seasonal and irregular components. So basically what I'm trying to say, I will express the original data except the first and last 6 month. I will tell you why it is not feasible. Okay, and as percentage of centered moving average. So whatever the percentage value, like a centered value we have got it, I will express in terms of percentage. And preliminary seasonal indices are obtained eliminating irregular. So we are just ignoring that irregular components by averaging by this percentage. So since why we are doing this percentage here, because we try to ignore these irregular components, because irregular will be can't in our control. Okay? Some of these indices will not equal to 1200 for monthly data, not equal to 400 for quarterly data. Now see, we have to find adjusted seasonal indices. मैंने क्या बोला था अभी, मैं just I was discussing, अगर इसका सम ऑफ दिस इंडाइसेस जो हमने निकाला, अगर ये इक्विवेलेंट टू मंथली डेटा नहीं है, तो if it is not equal to 1200, that is for monthly data. If it is not equal to 400 for quarterly data, then we need to be obtain adjusted seasonal indices, which is using the formula seasonal indices into correction factor. What is this correction factor? Correction factor will be 1200 upon sum of seasonal indices. So when you just add this, multiply this correction factor, you will be get multiply this correction factor to the seasonal indices, you will be get adjusted seasonal indices. This is for 1200, this is for monthly data. If we have quarterly data, I think it is not written, but if it is quarterly data, then you have to write down 400 into sum of seasonal indices. So the two things you have to remember: quarterly, then it is 400, and if it is monthly, then it is 1200. And there are certain advantages, disadvantage, like ratio to moving average method is based on most logical approach, and gives these satisfactory results. This is the results. I think this, we cannot see results. This method is superior as compared to the ratio to trend method. So we will study what is the ratio to trend method. So this method will be like moving average will be more superior as compared to trend. This method will be more flexible. So sometimes they ask you write down advantage, disadvantage of that method. So here only drawback, demats mean drawback. What is the drawback? Drawback of this method is that seasonal indices for half the beginning period of first year and the half of the beginning periods of the last year are not calculated. As I mentioned, maybe some of these points here, like first and the last month, we are not calculating because it is not possible to calculate. So only this is the disadvantage, that or demerit is that we cannot compute the first and the last monthly data. Okay, so that is only one disadvantage. Otherwise, this method will be better than the trend value method. So trend value method will be the next part. Like ratio to trend method will be this. I don't know whether you can able to see this properly, but the procedure and everything will be the same. So I will tell you how to use the trend value, but you should know, like at least you should know the procedures, like theory of that, how it is work. So first of all, what we do, we are going to use this ratio to moving average method we need to be understand the data first of all. Okay, so कैसे हम लोग पहले moving average methods निकालेंगे. So first I will just paste the data. So this is my data. You can take several examples. You can practice it. Okay, changing the values. You can practice it. So this is my data. Okay. You can read the question. Determine the seasonal indices by ratio to moving average methods from the following data. So this is my data we have. Okay, this is all we have given 3 years: 2003, 2004, 2005. Okay, and if you just look at here, we have given the quarterly data. 4 months का data हमारे पास दिया है, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2003 we have 4 quarter. 2004 we have 4 quarter and so on. So first of all we need to be arrange the data to get the moving average. So we'll go by solution. So what we do, I just copy this. You can just take down this data first, and I will tell you what are the columns are required to be entered here. Okay. So the first one is, first column is going to be year. Okay. First column is going to be year. Second column is going to be, I will be say, season or quarter, I will be say. Third one is actual wheat data we have, because this is the wheat price data. So I will simply write wheat in price, wheat bracket में price. These are the columns we need to be create. Okay. And the next one, we need to be obtain the 4 quarterly total. Okay, 4 quarterly total. And the next one, once you obtain the quarterly total, you can find out quarterly average. Okay. So this is 4. So can you use short form, quarterly ka short form, or you may write full form. Quarterly moving dot average. So once you have a total, you can find this one, and then you have a ratio to moving average. So next one will be, so these many columns you need to create. Ratio to moving average. So how to create that, I will tell you. So the first, like in the first year, so year I have written, let's say, I'll just remove this all. Oh, wrong. So we have a first year, which is 2003, and in first year, I will be say I have a, how many year I have, how many seasons I have, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have a 4 year. Can I center it? No, it is not. Okay. Similarly, here also 2004. I have a 1 year. I need to I need to introduce more columns here, more rows here, which is below, again below. So it is like taking the much of time because so like 2004 paste here. So again here, so you need to be create like this only because we need to get the average. We need to get the average of the data. So we need to write separately because it won't be copy and paste. So 2005. 1, sorry, this 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is my actual data. Okay, this is my actual data. And once you get this, you need to be write all wheat price, which is I think 75. So you have data with you. You can just look this data. दिख रहा है? 75, 60, 54, 59 like that all data you have. You can just copy as it is. So 75, 60, 54, 59. The next one 86, 65, 63, 80, 90, 72, 66, 85. Any questions so far here? Anyone? Because we are interested to first get the moving average. So you know how to obtain moving average का value. Right? Moving average से कैसे हमने निकाला था last time? अगर आपको याद रहेगा तो you can. I think some of the problems we did on. Remember the moving average? We obtain the total like this. If it is 5, it was simple, but if it is 4, it was not simple. 4 quarterly data. Remember 4 का हमने average लिया था. We have obtained total, and then after the total, we have find centered moving average, which is the average of these two quantity dividing by 2. Same concepts we have to use here also. Okay, so you can see whether you can able to do it or not. If you are not, then let me know. Yes, is that clear to till here? Any question to anyone? Go to chat box and write down if you have any question. So can we go ahead now? Go to chat box and write down why. Go to chat box and write down why. If we can go ahead. Yes, everyone. Everyone sleeping or with me? I know it was a time period like everybody sleepy mode, but now there is no. Yeah, good, good, fine. Now the next task is that we need to be obtain 4 quarterly moving total. 4 quarterly moving total. So how to get that total? That is very big task for us. Okay. So when you add these 4 entries and just tell me what could be the total of these 4 entries and where are you going to write these entries? So add these 4 entries. What is the entry? What is the entry coming here? Anyone? What is the total?
248, sir.
248. Now leave first one and add these entries till 1. How much it is? 259.
Yes, sir. 259.
Okay. Now,
Same follow करना sir.
yes, go on continue with all. Go on continue with all. So you may get 264, 264, 273, 294. Just check whether this is right or wrong. Take a random number, check whether this is right or wrong. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Now we need to obtain average of these two values and divide by 8. Divide by 8. So how much it is coming? So what is the average of this one? Anyone? So this can be computed, or you can, if possible, or you can write up. No problem. I will be simply add here one more below this. sorry, about this. This will be simply total. This will be, I will be say some name, 1, 2, 3, this is 4. Okay. So this is the 4 column, and this will be obtained using third column or third entries divided by 8. You can understand, I think. This is your actual column, 4th column, 5th column. Okay. So 3 by 8. 3 by 8 means you have to do the sum of 3. I will say sum of 3. Sum of 3 and divide by 8. So if you just do sum of these two, divide by 8. Why 8? Because in the first case we have 4 observations. In second case we have 4 observations. The total will be 8. So 8 observations.
सर किसको ऐड करके 8 से डिवाइड करना है?
Sorry?
सर आप ये बताइए ना जो भी आपने.
Your voice is not coming.
सर अभी आपने जो बोला ना रिपीट कीजिए एक बार.
थोड़ा भी नहीं आ रहा आवाज आपका.
सर जो आपने अभी बताया ना वो रिपीट करो ना.
अच्छा. See, this 248 sum is what? It's a addition of 4 observations, right?
Yes,
Similarly, 259 is a observation, addition observation किसका है? ये 4 observations का. तो total कितने observations हो गए? 8 observations हो गए. तो अगर मुझे average निकालना है 8 observations का, तो मैं क्या करूंगा? सबको मैं ऐड करूंगा और divide by मैं क्या करूंगा? 8. So that actually I'm saying, or that I'm actually trying to say. So addition of these two number divide by 8. So which would be, I think, just check whether you are coming
375.
375, right? Yes. Similarly, 65.375. Just check if this is right or wrong. 67.125, 70.875, 74, 75.375, 76.625, 77.625. Just check whether this is right or wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody getting same answer?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
how
sir.
to obtain the ratio to moving average? It would be, ratio to moving average can be obtained column number 2 divided by column number 4, that is the moving average, multiply with 100. See that? Column number 2 मतलब ये divide by column number 4 multiply by 100. कितना आता है देखो? 54 upon something कितना आता है? 54 upon 63.375. How much?
85
Is it
point
85 point something?
85.2071.
Yes. This is 85.2071. Similarly, you can do it for all. 90.2485, 128 point.
भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा,
So just check whether this is right or wrong. So this is your actual value.
सर ये नोट्स आप अपलोड कर देंगे ना?
Sorry?
सर ये नोट्स अपलोड कर देंगे ना आप GC पे?
Yeah, definitely. So usually I have uploaded all the videos. Okay, I have uploaded all the videos. इसका notes मतलब क्या? It is not possible to upload me these notes because कैसा हो गया, ये जो screen है ना आपका, screen में इतना ही cover होता है कभी, ये portion cover नहीं होता है. ये portion cover होने के लिए आपको ऐसा move करना पड़ेगा, तो video में आएगा. So definitely you can watch video, okay, and see that video.
Okay, sir.
Any question here? Because यहाँ तक, because now so far you have completed just average. We need to create one more table here. Let me know first of all if you have any questions here.
नो सर यहाँ तक समझा है.
तो वो लास्ट कॉलम का कैसे निकालते हैं आपने, वो बताओगे?
सर रेशियो वाला कॉलम एक्सप्लेन कीजिए ना.
हाँ, देखो ना यहाँ पे लिखा है मैंने 2/4, तो 2 मेरा कौन सा है, ये कॉलम है, और 4 कौन सा कॉलम है, ये कॉलम है. तो 54/63.75 मल्टीप्लाई विथ 100. Just look at these conditions. ये सब एक conditions आप properly देखिए बस. Conditions क्या बोलता है? On the basis of that condition, you can do the operation. Anyone, any question? Let me know. So after this, we have to be write down this last column into our original form of table. जो original form अपना कैसा था, original form? This is your original form, quarter wise, right? तो ये form में मुझे table लिखना पड़ेगा. And I will be simply copy this table, write down here. इसमें I will do the little bit changing. तो कहाँ से start हुआ, 2003 से start हुआ है, तो 3 to 5 आएगा. तो I will just remove this to column. And you need to be now, look at here, 2003 का 3 and 4th quarter मेरे पास है, मतलब ये quarters नहीं है मेरे पास. Okay, these quarters I don't have. And here, if 85.2071, we need to be write down in terms of like this, which is 90.2485. So whatever entries here I have in terms of ratio to moving average, this is now my quarter. So this is appropriate to third season. So I have to write down here in this third quarter. Similarly, this is the 2004 ka 1, 2, 3, 4. I will just write down here all. Okay, this is all removed. And this is 128, 128.1191, then 91.7107, then 85.1351, 106.1359, and the last one 117.4551, 92.7536. and if you look at the last two 2005 का last two data मेरे पास नहीं, तो 2005 का last two data मेरे पास नहीं मिलेगा. So this is going to be dash dash dash, this is dash dash dash, this one dash dash dash, this one dash, and this is actually your disadvantage. If you remember that this is your disadvantage of your moving average method. See that I have written here. What is the drawback? First half of the beginning of the first year and the half of the beginning of the last period are not calculated. So you cannot calculate it the averages values of first two quarters, and similarly last two quarters. Okay, so you can just mention. So here what I'm trying to say, whatever I have calculated the ratio to moving average, I will be expressed in the form of quarters. Okay, and this is all basically my I will be say it is the, just introduce one more here. This is represents above. I cannot merge it, but I am just writing this is for all quarters. This is nothing but the percentage to moving averages. And the procedure is same now. Okay, so you calculate average, you can calculate average value as usual. You can calculate average of these two, write down here, find out grand total. Seasonal indices same formula use karo aap, or just calculate these and tell me next time what could be your answer, and check whether this is coming to the 400 or not. If it is not coming 400, means we need to be use adjusted moving average concepts here. So once you have created the table like this, we have seen in the case of simple average method how to calculate this average, how to calculate this grand average, how to calculate this SI. Okay, so SI is seasonal indices. You can calculate using the formula average upon grand average, multiply with 100. Okay, so just calculate, and you can verify these answers. Maybe try out if you can get the same answer. If you're getting, it's good. Even this is also I have. Just give me 1 minute. I have finished with this one. So you may just check whether this is the calculation right or wrong. Any question? Anyone? So you can ask. So we'll do more problem. Like we can do one more problem based on this, because this problem little bit lengthy. Okay, but just try to understand how it works.
Thank you, sir, for making me.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
So students, will meet after exam. Best of luck. I have uploaded few of the MCQ for practice. So you can just have practice it how your MCQ type of questions can be expected in your examinations. Don't like just for your practice. Okay. Good luck. Bye bye. Have a good day.